Alright, I'm breaking with tradition. I still have my Red Sox hat on and my Montreal jersey because I like to be different. The Red Sox hat is because even though they lost to the Cleveland Indians in Game 1, I'm a Red Sox fan, so I will cheer for the Red Sox. I'd like to see David Price redeem himself, but something tells me that he's just going to flame out again. And then I want Red Sox fans to explain how when they signed David Price, Red Sox fans said, well, we don't care if he flames out in the playoffs as long as he's good in the regular season. We just want to make it back to the playoffs. When he flames out in the playoffs, I want those same Rangers fans to say it's okay that his ERA in tonight's game was 15.6 because at least we got here. I want to hear them say it. There's no way in hell they'll feel that way. Okay, I'm looking over today's roster news, and, Brody Sutter clears waivers, no biggie. Tanner Glass. It's one of the final players cut during training camp. So the Rangers will not have Tanner. I would like to take a moment to discuss this with Rangers fans. You did it. You finally survived long enough to see Alain Vigneault unable to coach Tanner Glass. Now, Tanner is a legend in Vancouver. He had numerous 40-goal seasons. I still remember in our back-to-back Cup wins, he was the MVP the first year. And then shortly after that, the jealousy of the entire NHL sort of it got to him. History's been rewritten to remove those two Stanley Cups from the Canucks record. I'm still very upset that that's happened. And Tanner Glass's legend has been changed. Last year for the Rangers, he scored 37 goals, 86 points in 54 games. He had 28 games that he missed because he was trying out for the New York Giants. And it was a conspiracy that he didn't make the Giants because he completed 18 passes on 18 attempts, and he got 19 touchdowns on 18 passes because he's that damn good. So, to Rangers fans, I'm sorry. Nathan Gerbe's also been cut. Now, this one actually, Gerbe's about my size, so it kind of sucks to see him go. Andre Padan put on waivers by the Canucks. Of course, Canucks fans are like, oh, I hope we don't lose him. Yeah, I hope we don't lose a number 7 defenseman that is 25 years old and hasn't shown anything yet. That would suck. Clayton Stoner goes on waivers as the Ducks try to find money that they can give to Lindholm and Raquel. Travis Morin wasn't claimed on waivers. Surprise, surprise. Rivik cleared waivers. No surprise there. Colin McDonald unclaimed on waivers. Surprise, surprise. Godlovskis goes down to the minors again. I hope he doesn't get comfy down there because sooner or later Tampa's going to be calling him up. I don't think there's really anything else here. Rito Berra was on waivers. Well, cleared. Jakob Kindle on waivers. No big deal. Yeah, and then we're into the same stuff that I've covered before. I felt that as Tanner Glass, the NHL powers that be, conspiring against one of the greatest players in the history of the NHL, Tanner Glass, it's sad. Okay, all kidding aside, I don't have anything against Tanner Glass. I think the Rangers will be better off with Vigneault not having that option. I know that as a Canucks fan, I often wonder if Vigneault hadn't had an option to play Tanner Glass and Aaron Rome, could that have had a positive effect on things? Okay, now this isn't fair. Now I'm doing a nice hockey video, and there's a baseball game on, right? So you're probably thinking, oh, Shannon's probably watching the Jays game. No, see, this week on The Price is Right, Gwendolyn has dyed her hair blonde, and every day she's wearing miniskirts. This is not fair to my television, which is supposed to be out of the periphery, and I'm supposed to give all my attention to my videos, and instead, Gwendolyn's making things difficult with the whole miniskirt, and she's about, from the looks of her in videos when contestants run over to hug her, she has to be 5'10", 5'11". She's an Amazon, but wow. But no, I'm glad to see we're getting down to it. I'm glad that the Rangers are making cuts where they should. because Vino does tend to play favorites. He does tend to do that. And now I'm starting to see that same complaint in Vancouver with Willie Desjardins and guys that he coached in junior. It seemed fine at the start that guys were coming in that he coached in junior. Then Emerson Edom came in, and he's not been great. And now fans are turning against that. If there's anything I've learned about sports fans online, it's that they don't have an attention span and they don't have any patience. And they also tend to forget their history, as my first video today stated with the Barrett Jackman issue. But yeah, we're finally getting down to it. Tonight Detroit's playing Toronto. That of course will be covered everywhere as if it's a real game. It's a preseason game. It's not a real game, but there'll be all kinds of talk about it. And Austin Matthews had a goal in his last game, so everybody's going to go nuts about that. And again, they're doing all their previews on TSN for everybody, and everybody's like, oh, Virtanen's going to stick around. All right, fine. You want Virtanen to be part of another tire fire of a season, that's up to you guys, but I personally think he's better suited in the minors than being in the NHL. But don't take anything out of the preseason. It doesn't really matter. Preseason games, you're not usually seeing the best roster anyways. Players play pretty hard. They want to make it, especially the guys who are on the bubble. But you can kind of sense they're pacing themselves a little bit. They're not as intense as they will be once the regular season starts. And the regular season is not that far away. We're 5 days away. I've even seen a couple comments on the channel about the season having started. The season has not started. As long as all of these tryouts are still on the books, the season hasn't started. Let me take a look at. No, we're not doing that. There we go. I'm going to look at TSN and see if they have more information on guys than what I just loaded. That was even just kind of an accident that I ended up there, and I'm like, Tanner Glass got cut. Oh no. Finally, because it's been kind of a running commentary I've had over the summer with the Rangers, just because I remember when Glass was here. Compher sent to the minors by Colorado. Big Ross sent down by Colorado as well. Those are only notable because of the fact that they were probably expected to have decent rookie seasons, sort of like Barbashev and St. Louis here. But in general, it's the usual suspects. It's the same people. So that's why people would be paying any attention to the CFL right now. Canadians are going to pay attention to the NFL and baseball. I know I'm wearing my Red Sox. I'm sporting my Red Sox hat. I'm very proud of my Red Sox hat. I've got 2 of them. I've got a Red Sox jersey around here somewhere. But I've cheered for the Boston Red Sox since 1986. So this is just one of those things. I don't think they're going to beat Cleveland. I honestly don't think the Jays would beat Cleveland either. I think Cleveland is this year what Kansas City was last year. They're just solid enough to do it. So, but that's baseball. Anyways, I just wanted to make my little stand about the legend that is Tanner Glass. I think Tanner Glass deserves to become an urban legend. I do. I think he would make a fantastic urban legend, and we could just make it that he scored 950 goals in his career. He scored 950 goals in 6 seasons, but the NHL got so jealous that they wiped that off the record books. I think we could start that now, because Glass is at the age where he's going to be considering retirement, and will probably spend this year in the American League and maybe retire at the end of this season or maybe next year. You never know. But I think it would be a good urban legend to have, the legend of Tanner Glass. So my question to you guys is this. Who else would make a good urban legend? Who else has been sort of straggling around the league that you look at and go, wait, he still plays hockey? I forgot. And it's not an insult to those guys. It's just that in this day and age where you've got over 600 players in the NHL at any given point in time, and you can only live in one place at a time, and most of us have jobs or school, we have things that distract us from paying attention to 600 plus players. It's easy for a guy or two to sneak by, especially if you're distracted by Gwendolyn while she's, I don't even know what she's, oh, it's necklaces. I didn't even notice. Uh, and before anybody says it, yes, my girlfriend absolutely knows I'm like this, and it's absolutely fine with her. And it was an agreement we had before we even started being us. I said, look, this is how I am. This is how things are. I've already been in a relationship where I had to change who I was, and I don't want to do that this time. And she's like, that's absolutely cool. That's absolutely fine. No problem. So yeah, I'm hopeful for that. But anyways, today's Friday. Season starts on Wednesday. I am going to work on some stuff today, channel related. I don't know if I'm going to stream today or not. I may stream later tonight. I don't know. I want to watch more Ash vs. Evil Dead, but if people see me online, they want to play me in NHL, and it's like I just want to watch Ash vs. Evil Dead. I want to see him blow people's heads off, and I want to see the chainsaw again. I love the chainsaw. So yeah. Anyways, that's it for me for now. Hopefully this video and the one that I just uploaded before this one will satiate some of your needs for video content, and I will definitely get into a final prep for the season. Like, these are the teams to watch. These are the teams I think are going to crash. You know what's funny is I've had this sort of horrible feeling about the Ducks all of a sudden, and I say that as a guy who doesn't like the Ducks. But there's sort of, with Lindholm and Raquel sitting out, potentially not starting the season, Stoner gets sent down, it's like, wait, could the Ducks really fall apart this year? Like, I mean, I picked San Jose to win the division, Anaheim to finish second, and Calgary to finish third. Could Calgary finish second? Could the Kings finish third? Could the Ducks fall to fourth and fall out of the playoffs? This is going to be one insane season, because if that happens, you're going to see a lot of jubilant videos from me and a lot of Kessler sucks comments, because he went to Anaheim to win a cup. And I'd like to see Bieksa moved at the deadline to a cup contender so he can get a cup. And I'd like to see Kessler go to Columbus, or I won't say Winnipeg, because I don't want to do that to Jets fans. I'd like to see him move to a team that has as little chance as possible of winning a cup. And hopefully a city that would really frustrate him tremendously. That would make me very happy as a hockey fan and just as a person. And then Bieksa wins a Stanley Cup, and Kessler gets nothing. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you all again very soon.